This is ridiculous. So this is an astrophysicist, and she's talking about history slash legend, and she's saying that's the origin of the concept of using the word black hole, which is extremely inaccurate based on her own stories, and they're not sticking to the science. It's ridiculous. It's like people seeing a show on constellations thinking they have now learned everything they need to know about astronomy. Like, are we getting that dumb here? Okay, she's starting to get into an accurate explanation, although she only mentioned stars that burn hydrogen and helium. No, they'll burn more than that to get to the black hole. They'll need to be a lot denser, and they will go through a few other elements. And many stars aren't dense enough to even make neutron stars. So, so she's not even going to mention something that was wrong about science back then that still is today, is humiliating others instead of actually going through the process of debate and proof and reviewing the work more. Just saying you're wrong because I got a chance to humiliate you here, and it'll be my theory that dominates because I humiliate you. It's they knew my faculty and the masters couldn't do this to me, so they just kept playing games that we would never reach the thesis defense, where they would be afraid of their own reputations, claiming to be sustainability experts. Get it. Go get it. It's right there. No, it's right there. Go get it. It's right there. Oh, too late. Turned off now. And of course, there is the bending of visible light without finding a visible source sometimes, too. It's interesting how she described dark matter as a glue or a gel. She didn't say these words, gelatin, but it doesn't play a part in the collision, let's say, of galaxies, but it keeps them together, and of course it gets redistributed with these collisions of galaxies, which would also, because this lady's mind, the other lady's mind, is blown by the astrophysicist saying there's probably 12 other super black holes circulating somewhere around our galaxy. And of course, if there was no kind of way to slow the sucking, let's say, of galaxies and the growing of them as they merge, then, it'd be a real thing to worry about, right? But the thing is dark matter would be almost like a molasses they'd move in, or it'd be a counterforce. Although it succumbs to gravity as well, it's a counterforce to how strong. It's almost like it's a way to slow down bullies, kind of thing. She's trying to find the schemas in her head to understand black holes, the other lady. And it's true that professors should, when they see their students don't get it, they should incorporate the concept of psychological schemas. Otherwise, they're not good professors at helping their students get it. They might say this guy's a genius or he gets it, but it's really, that's not a good professor, because more of your students can get it if you go through the process of schemas. And of course, you might be wrong, because then you're building schemas for the way you understand black holes at this time. Because the lady asking questions, she's kind of thinking maybe black holes, maybe when they get big or dense or with enough mass in their origins, is they'll stay there. almost, and that maybe a galaxy would then circle around it and fall into it. And the thing is know that they can still move. Black holes can still move, and they probably move much slower when they're massive. And it creates a stability where, there'd be fewer collisions of galaxies over time, which again promotes, the development of life in the long term. Except that when you're talking about galaxies colliding, you're often beyond the lifespan of a species, anyways, even a spacefaring species. I don't agree with this analogy she's given. I think when matter goes into a black hole, it exists as a potential for returning to either a matter or an energy state. And it was lost what was there before. Because it's not about a particle appearing there or there or with some sort of resonant memory. It goes through a much more catastrophic process. That's what she should have talked about more. For fresh information most people don't know is where the micro black holes come from. They didn't come from a star, or if they did, they were near the end of an evaporation process. There's a black hole in Florida now, and it's built and managed and supervised by a Canadian security company. I don't know if very few people will get out of there alive unless they evaporate their antiparticles.